What's up, YouTube? Ryan back today with the Week 10 minor league recap. Let's go. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. An awesome week in the minor leagues. A lot of gigantic performances. Cannot wait to get into that. I will say single A, pretty lackluster this week. Again, I've talked about this in my past videos, but a lot of the top prospects, a lot of top guys have moved past single A. So there's only a couple down there really in the top 100 anymore, which is a little out of the norm if you compare it to the past couple seasons. But yeah, single A is going to be pretty quick, but we got a lot of depth and a lot of really good performances in every other level. So let's jump into our first player and our only player at single A. All right, the only player we're talking about here at single A is Hector Rodriguez for the Cincinnati Reds. Lefty crime. Hector Rodriguez, you might recognize the name if you collect baseball cards. He was in 2023 Bowman this year. He just turned 19 years old, only 93 days ago, and he's putting together a very solid season here at single A, over a 900 OPS. He's hitting about just around 300, doing very well at high A. He is smaller, he is 5'8", but over 6 games this week, 370 batting average, 414 on base percentage, 1229 OPS. He had 3 home runs, a triple, a double, 10 hits in 6 games. He walked once, he stole 3 bases, he got beaned once. Hector Rodriguez, and I'll show you guys what he's doing this year. I'm going to take a little bit of time on since he's our only player at low A this year. He's having a good season. He has 10 home runs. Like, that's super impressive in 47 games for someone that's barely 19 years old. He's hitting 300 with a 924 OPS. Not bad at all. Definitely on my radar now. Moving into high A, Jackson Holliday leads us off here, and I want to include him here because over 6 games, he hit 300 with a 500 on base percentage, 950 OPS. He had a home run, 6 hits in 6 games, but he walked 7 times, had 3 stolen bases. Jackson Holliday just continues to perform. You know, the OPS numbers, 950 is awesome, but I know we tried to aim for like the 1,000 plus, but when you have a 500 on base percentage, you earn your way into the recap. Next up, Alex Ramirez and his just absolutely dangerous swing. He is there to do damage, and his home runs are always just crushed. Ramirez this week over 6 games, 286 batting average, 375 on base percentage, but a 994 OPS. He had 2 home runs, a double, 6 hits in 6 games. He walked 3 times, stole 2 bases. Just another player that is very exciting in that Mets organization. They're high on him. He's a big kid. That swing is so dangerous and explosive. I love it. He's probably going to need to fine-tune a little bit to be able to hit a little bit more consistently, but the raw talent is definitely there. Next up, Dalton Rushing over 4 games, 375 batting average, 571 on base percentage, 1071 OPS. No home runs or triples, but he did have a double, 3 hits in 4 games. He walked 3 times, got beaten twice. Dalton Rushing's too good for high A. He just is. Move him up. I don't get it. Like, I'm honestly debating leaving him off the recaps if they stay at high A with him. Like, it's bothering me so much. Making his recap debut, Ivan Melendez, the Hispanic Titanic out of Texas. Oh my goodness. Did you see where that landed? That landed like 500 feet past the field. Ivan Melendez over 6 games, 346 batting average, 414 on base percentage, 1183 OPS. He had 3 home runs, 2 doubles, 9 hits in 6 games. He had 7 RBIs, walked 3 times, stole a base. Ivan Melendez was a top 10 guy for me out of the draft. I got a lot of flack from it, to be honest. Like, people did not like that and thought it was a biased D-backs take. But no, Ivan Melendez literally was the best hitter in college baseball last year. And he's officially turned it on. Like, he started really, really bad. He's up to 281 with a 974 OPS at high A. I'm probably going to bring up the double A pretty quick here, so I'm really excited. Next up, Dale Amador just doing his thing, man. The dude just rakes over 5 games, 400 batting average, 556 on base percentage, 1256 OPS, no home runs, and he put up those OPS numbers. He had 2 triples, 2 doubles, 8 hits in 5 games, walked 7 times. Like, this guy is him. This dude, honestly, with Zach Veen struggling again this year offensively, I think Adele Amador is their top prospect in that system now. And our MVP at high A, Yasmani Fernandez. Guys, this dude is seriously insane. He's gigantic too. 6'2", 198 is really hard to believe when you look at that past video. He's huge. Over 6 games this week, Yasmani hit 407 with a 467 on base percentage, a 1430 OPS. He had 4 more home runs. He has 3 doubles. 11 hits in 6 games. He has 3 walks. He stole a base. Like, he's starting to make me question if he's actually only 20 years old. Like, his stats are insane. This year, he's hitting 325 with a 975 OPS, and he has 16 home runs. Next up, Jordan Lawler in this blurry camera. He's hot. Jordan Lawler over 6 games, 357 batting average, 379 on base percentage, 986 OPS. He had a home run, a triple, 2 doubles. It's 10 hits in 10 hits in 6 games. He had 2 RBIs, walked once, stole 2 bases. There's not much to say about Jordan Lawler. He's a stud. He's finally out of his slump, and I hope it just continues to rake. Jonathan Clase just hits nukes. Like, this dude's power is actually super impressive for his size. He's not big. Over 6 games this week, only a 259 batting average and a 333 on base percentage, but he had 1,000 OPS because he had 3 home runs, 2 doubles, 7 hits in 6 games. Literally 5 of his 7 hits were extra base hits. He had 11 RBIs. He walked 3 times and stole 4 bases. So still like an underwhelming week, but like a really awesome week at the same time. Next up, Marcelo Meyer hits his second AA home run. He just has a silky smooth swing from the left side. Meyer over 5 games, 316 batting average, 333 on base percentage, 1018 OPS. He had 2 home runs, a double, 6 hits in 5 games. He walked once, stole 2 bases. I mean, what else do you say about Meyer? I mean, he's starting to really come around this season. He was very underwhelming last year. He's starting to show a lot more consistency in his swing this year. Next up, James Wood. He is a freak. He is probably has the highest upside of any offensive player in the minor leagues right now. Like, his power is just so crazy. That was murdered. Over 6 games, 333 batting average, but only a 333 on base percentage. I will say, since he's come to AA, he's been a little bit lackluster on the on base percentage category. But a 1042 OPS this week. He had 2 home runs, 8 hits in 6 games. He had 6 RBIs on top of that. He did strike out 8 times. Like I said, it's an adjustment period for the kid. AA's not been super easy for him, but he's figuring it out. He's up to a 245 batting average with 3 home runs in just 12 games. Up next, Nick York, and I had to move my webcam for this one because watch this pimp job. He doesn't even move. He's like, yep, that's gone. See you never, baseball. Nick York is here. Nick York over 5 games this week, 400 batting average, 409 on base percentage, 1209 OPS. He had 2 home runs, 2 doubles, 8 hits in 5 games. He had 11 RBIs, walked once. Nick York is officially back. Like, officially back. I think if you collect sports cards, I think his cards are going to start skyrocketing. I know they already have started. He was the 17th overall pick for a good reason, and he's back. Like, he was awesome his first year. He sucked last year for some reason. I just don't know why. And this year he's been awesome at AA. They moved him up and he's reverted back to his original form. Like 901 OPS in AA. And the thing I love, he already has 8 home runs. His power is really spiking. He hit 14 his first year, but last year only hit 11. So he almost has already reached what he did last season. Like, power numbers are coming. Similar to Dalton rushing, like, Colt Keith is way too good for AA at this point. He needs to be in the MLB with how he's been performing. Like, there's no reason why he should not be in the MLB right now. Keith over 6 games, 385 batting average, 429 on base percentage, 1236 OPS. He had 2 home runs, 5 doubles, 10 hits in 6 games. He walked twice. He stole a base. Like, move him up. It doesn't make sense anymore. He's put up over 1,000 OPS over the entire season right now. Like, come on. PCA is on fire, I would say. He's been playing very well the past couple weeks, and this one was a little moonshot. Over 6 games, 360 batting average, 448 on base percentage, 1248 OPS. He had 2 home runs, 2 triples, a double, 9 hits in 6 games. He walked twice, had 7 RBIs, stole 3 bases, got beaned twice. Like, this dude can fill up the stat sheet, and he's probably the best outfielder in all of the minor leagues. Like, I'm so excited when PCA finally gets to play for the Cubs. I cannot wait for it. All right, everyone, we have a new prospect to start following. Chase Madroth. You might be following him already. I was not, and I'm kind of ashamed of myself. Madroth was the 4th round pick for the Red Sox back in the 22 draft. Guys, this dude is insane. And I'll show you his season stats right now. Over 5 games this week, 389 batting average, 500 on base percentage, 1278 OPS. He had 2 home runs, a double, 7 hits in 5 games. He had 2 RBIs, walked 3 times, stole a base, got beaned once. Like, awesome week, right? Look what he's done this season so far. He started at high A, had a 495 on base percentage with a 954 OPS. Moved him up to AA, and he's barely slowed down. He's hitting 309 with a 440 on base percentage and 910 OPS. He already has 3 home runs in 23 games. Guys, this is someone that we seriously have to start following. Like, he's going to probably jump into the top 100 at some point this year if he continues this success, because it's just crazy. We're not seeing these type of on-base percentage numbers this season out of a lot of guys. He's drawing a lot of Dustin Pedroia comparisons. He's a smaller guy that can just straight up freaking hit. And our MVP at AA, and this one makes me really happy. AJ Vukovic is quietly having a very good season at AA. For 6 games this week, Vukovic had a 400 batting average, 464 on base percentage, a 1304 OPS. He had 3 home runs, 1 being a grand slam, 2 doubles, 10 hits in 6 games. He had 10 RBIs, walked 3 times, stole a base. Yes, Vukovic was a 4th round draft pick, but he has the power of an absolute moose. Like, he's a big kid. He was a runner-up to Blaze Jordan in the home run derby during the Futures game stuff a couple years back. He's quietly having a really good season, 277 with an 845 OPS and 10 home runs already at AA. So, as a D-backs fan, super happy. I have a lot of his cards. I'm happy about this one. As we jump into AAA, Zach Geloff absolutely ropes this pitch. I got out in a hurry. Geloff over 6 games, 286 batting average, 444 on base percentage, 1016 OPS. He had 2 home runs, 6 hits in 6 games. He had 5 RBIs, walked 6 times, stole 2 bases. This is another player. Just bring him up. There's no reason for anyone that's any good in this farm system in the Oakland Athletics organization to be in the minor leagues. Like, if you were anywhere near decent, bring him up. As we talk about players that need to get brought up, Bo Naylor is definitely in that conversation. He's having a really good season. He played well in the World Baseball Classic, and he's kind of continued into this season. This week, over 5 games, 278 batting average, 435 on base percentage, 1046 OPS. He had 2 home runs, 5 hits in 5 games. He walked 4 times. He's ready. He's a catcher, and I would say the Guardians really need a solid catcher right now. Like, I don't see why they wouldn't bring him up. Guys, I don't know what to say anymore. Luis Matos, honestly, he is the best performer so far in 2023. He honestly is making a push for like an arguable top 10 prospect right now. Like, it's absolutely insane what he's doing. Over 6 games this week, 346 batting average, 393 on base percentage, 1124 OPS. He had 3 home runs, a double, 9 hits in 6 games. He stole a base and he walked twice. Like, he's hitting 350 this year. Like, it's absurd. He has almost 1,100 OPS in AAA in his first 100 plate appearances. Next up, Tyler Soderstrom doing Tyler Soderstrom things. Got that quick left-handed swing that just produces so much power. Soderstrom over 5 games this week, 333 batting average, 409 on base percentage, 1242 OPS. He had 2 home runs, a triple, a double, 6 hits in 5 games. He walked 3 times. Tyler Soderstrom, again, another player in the Athletics organization who's good. He should be in the MLB right now. And our MVP at AAA, Colton Cowser, came off a tiny injury and just has not stopped hitting. Cowser over 4 games, 300 batting average, 588 on base percentage, 1288 OPS. He had a home run, a double, 3 hits in 4 games, walked 7 times in 4 games. Guys, Colton Cowser, again, another player that needs to be in the MLB. He has been unreal this season, and I keep showing season stats. It's going to be a longer video. But a 1048 OPS, the 482 on base percentage in AAA this year over 42 games. Like, why is he in the minor leagues? He did have a small injury where he missed a couple games. So I get maybe that's why, but like maybe next week, just bring him up to MLB. All right, everyone, that's going to do it for the Week 10 minor league recap. Some absurd performances. Again, single A, pretty weak, not going to lie. I looked at 20 players at single A, and none of them played good. Outside of that, just some insane performances. It's definitely safe to say Luis Matos and Nick York, after their regression last year, are completely back to where they were the year before. Like, they're just playing at a super high level. And you're seeing guys like Yasmani Fernandez break out. You're seeing guys like Colton Cowser just playing just crazy good baseball. I'm hoping to see a lot of these guys in the MLB here shortly. They have to be. We're coming up around halfway through the season now. Like, start bringing these guys up. Do it. All right, everyone, that's going to do it for the recap. As always, if I forgot anybody, the dates for this video is June 4th to June 10th. Drop their name and stat line down below for those dates. All right, everyone, that's going to do it. Have a great rest of your week. See ya.